Hello there guys, what is going on? Welcome to Pure Trading. It's the 24th of April. We are looking at week number 17, starting off with the majors here. Euro versus the dollar is number one as usual. It's going to be easy because it's going to be the same thing that we normally do. There's going to be nothing different here, just simple, easy stuff. As soon as we make it too complicated, things get tough, things get difficult. We start messing around with the trigger. We get too nervous when we want to pull the trigger. So we're going to start with the euro versus the dollar on the daily chart. And as usual, we're looking at the envelopes and we are bearish on this pair. It's just clear to see everything is going down. So there's going to be no reason for us to trade that move up there, which is probably coming soon, because of in the form of a retracement. But we're not going to look at the retracements here. That's too difficult. That's difficult stuff. Trading the retracement is not as easy as trading with the trend here. So where are we looking? So with this one, as soon as there's a trend, we're going down to the 4-hourly. We are using Heikin-Ashi candles, and we're going to wait a while for this one. So I'm not going to, it looks as if I'm not going to be trading this one unless we get some sort of entry before that in between this year. So it's Fibonacci and all that. So you see, when as soon as it gets difficult, complicated, and I say, hey, look, let's look at the next one here. That was the pound. Sorry, I started on the pound instead of the euro. Let's look at the euro now. Euro seems a bit easier. We are bearish on the euro. We want to buy the dollar. So we are looking at pullbacks into this area of importance here. Excursion beyond the mean at this point, and also corresponding to this level. So anything inside this area, we are looking for a manipulation and a sell. And then the dollar versus the yen, this is trending up. So we're starting off here on the 4-hourly chart. We're looking at Heikin-Ashi. As soon as prices are touching this levels down here, then we should be buying, but that's not the case in this. Anyone who's watching this, tell me why I'm not going to be buying this if it hits this trend line. Yeah, what should this price do first before it comes down here and hits the trend line? Before I'm looking to enter this long again, what do I need to see? See if you can answer that question at the bottom here. And then on the CAD, we are bullish on the dollar. We want to sell the CAD. We want to buy the dollar. Where do we want to do this? We want to do this, you know, anytime, as long as we are at an excursion beyond the mean or in a trend. And this is not trending. You can see it's not trending. We are in this area. But the thing is, you are bullish. Now you're faced with a little bit of a complication there. What can we do? Looking at this chart, what we can do is use this as a target here. So we're going to use these levels as targets now. We are not going to use this in extension beyond the mean. Look, it fits with the strategy. Technically, that looks like perfection for you to want to sell. The reason I'm not selling this is because of the fundamental bias. If you have no bias here, there's no reason for you not to sell that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm looking on the 4-hourly chart because I want this thing to trend. You know, I am bullish on the dollar, so I want this thing to continue. I want it to continue moving all the way up to the next level up there. So how am I going to do this? I'm going to use a Spartan sort of technique here. This is again not my strategy. I'm using a 4-hourly, using Heikin-Ashi, and I'm using a trend line, a break sort of strategy there, and I am entering in on the first move back down towards this trend line, at least a 50% retracement, looking for manipulations here to take prices back up long. That's the plan on the CAD. Then the Aussie versus the dollar, we can see here it's moving down. It is difficult to buy in the face of that. The best area to buy if you had no bias would be there, because we can see that this is a clear good point of interest. Another point of interest here is exactly where we are at the moment. There's an excursion beyond the mean. We have everything counting for us technically, except we are bearish on the Australian dollar, not bullish, and for that reason we are not going to buy. So what am I trying to do, I am going to drop down to the 4-hourly chart again, in this case looking at the Heikin-Ashi, and try and draw a trend line. So this is again another case where it's going to be a bit more difficult, a bit more patient. I'm going to have to wait for a retracement all the way back up to this line, and then my targets are going to be the next line down there. As simple as that. It seems as if we're not going to get anything nice this week, but some weeks you don't get, you know, it's not perfect every single week. The thing is, we were in the trades from the start of this already. Yeah? As soon as there were extension beyond the mean, we were looking to sell. So we were in these trades long ago. How do we jump back into these? That's what we are looking at this week. We are looking at these as targets now, no longer as entry points, because of our fundamental bias. We don't want to buy the New Zealand dollar against the dollar. No, fundamentally we don't want to do that, and that's the reason I'm not looking at this technical beautiful setup here. Not looking at that. What I am looking for instead is jumping down to the 4-hourly chart using the Heikin-Ashi candles, and then using this as a trend line, and then as soon as we get a confirmed move up here, I'm looking for manipulations again back in that area to sell all the way back down. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again on Friday when we show you the wrap up, what has actually happened. Was I right, was I wrong during this? And if you can, leave me a comment at the bottom trying to answer that question, and don't forget to trade safely and prosper.